Yes, guys, it's Big Yems here. UFC 315 is done and dusted. Please, nobody talk shit and say, oh, why has he got his top off in this video? It's been a hot day in London today. And as you guys that are from London would know, we don't get much sun here. So I've been making the most of it. Obviously, the sun's disappeared now, if you can see the background, but it's still quite hot. So, anyways, let's get into today's video. Let's talk about I'm just gonna go straight to the main card. Um, let's talk about, Saint Denis versus Kyle Prepolek. Saint Denis did what he does, went out there and just put it on Kyle, bullied him, ragdolled him, and he got the what was it? Yeah, submission in round two. I was in between watching that and doing something, so I didn't get to see exactly how the fight was finished. But Saint Denis did what he does best, so shouts out to him. There's not really much to talk about that fight because anyone that has watched Saint Denis or seen him fight will know exactly what I mean. But he just went out there and did his thing. He stuck to his game plan, and his game plan worked. When he tried to do that against Dustin Poirier, it didn't work. But against some guys, it will work. It's just obviously Poirier is a vet in the game. We move on to Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. And this, guys, you see, when I looked at Natalia Silva's MMA record and I saw her resume, it had me thinking, damn, she might give Alexa some problems. I haven't seen. I know Natalia Silva fought on a previous card that I've watched, but I didn't actually see her fight. But I can't lie, she's kind of lame, man. I'm not gonna lie, I would chop. And Natalia Silva. Let's see how old she is again. Let me see how old she is. She's 28. Hey, Natalia Silva, don't worry, man. I'll soon be in the UFC and we can, link up. You can take me to Brazil and that, you know what I'm saying? But, guys, if you watched my predictions for this card, you would have seen that I did say I was not really impressed with Alexa Grasso's striking when I saw her against Shevchenko. And in this fight, her striking was poor. She had no answers. Natalia Silva was just picking her apart, kept her at range, and did what she. Natalia fought beautifully. I can't lie to you guys. And my problem with Alexa Grasso is, and this is a problem I have with a lot of MMA fighters, it's called fucking mixed martial arts for a reason. So if you're gonna come into the octagon and just be boxing heavy, please just know it'll get you somewhere, but it's not gonna get you to the top. It might get you to the top, but it's not gonna keep you at the top. I can promise you that. I absolutely hate it when I see fighters going into the octagon just throwing hands. Okay, you can't reach her with the hands. You can't get into your range. You can't get into your rhythm. Add some fucking kicks then. Like, duh. Is that not common sense? So yeah, Natalia Silva put on a great fight. She's obviously going to take Alexa Grasso's ranking, and to be honest, I don't see Alexa Grasso becoming champion ever again. To be quite frank, I think as an overall mixed martial artist, she has some stuff to work on. I'm not gonna lie to you. And everyone was saying her boxing is good, this, that, and that. Well, it clearly ain't that good because she couldn't even get into range and she wasn't trying to do anything else but box. So I'll be honest, that fight was just pissing me off because when I see that, it just irritates me. So yeah, we move on to Jose Aldo versus Ayman Zahabi. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know Zahabi had Jose on his back for about 2 minutes in the last round, but that was a robbery, guys. Zahabi did not win that fight. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know what fight some of you guys were watching, but Zahabi did not win that fight. I promise you that. He did not win that fight. I think Jose Aldo was landing the better strikes, and he actually rocked Zahabi in the last round. Obviously, Zahabi finished on top of Aldo, even cut him open with a little elbow towards the end of the round. But if we're looking at the overall fight as a whole, rounds 1, 2, and 3, Jose Aldo won that. Don't get me wrong, round 2, I understand why people would say it's a bit questionable, but I still think, like, you could give it to either fighter, but I still think Jose Aldo won the second round. So I'm calling it straight robbery. I don't know what them judges saw. Let me see if I can get the scorecard up, actually. Let's find the scorecard. Where is it, bro? I can't even find it, but yeah, I don't know what fights the judges were watching yesterday, but yeah, we move on to the co-main event, which was Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. I've heard how to pronounce her name, but I've completely forgotten. So, but I can't lie, she's fucking bars, man. Like, and probably see when the fight started, I heard one of the commentators say her boyfriend and head trainer. I was thinking, her boyfriend, like, respectfully, yeah. I know everyone's beautiful in their own way, but brother, what's that? Nah, bro, nah, definitely not. Like, but yeah, this fight went the distance. Valentina Shevchenko broke Manon's nose very early on in the fight. I think she broke it in round 1. Yeah, it was round 1 she broke it. I mean, listen, Valentina Shevchenko put on a good fight, but one thing I will say that I didn't like about Shevchenko, I feel like she just waits too much, and I get it. The game plan worked very well. Wait, let Manon come to you, you counter, etc., etc. I just feel like, okay, for example, Natalia Silva, if she used to fight someone like Shevchenko, I feel like standing up with a strike and she could potentially cause an upset, because she's gonna kick you at distance, she's gonna move around, and I feel like Valentina is going to have to take the fight to someone like Natalia Silva, whereas Manon was gonna come forward and take the fight to her. So she had the luxury of being able to wait and capitalize on the counters, which the counters were working very well. It's just, I'm not too keen on. I need to watch a lot of Valentina's older fights and see, because some people are saying she's changed her style. And I'm going to be honest, from what I saw yesterday, I wasn't too impressed. Like, she did her thing, she got the victory, she had a very good game plan, but overall performance, I wasn't too impressed. Funny enough, she wasn't able to get Manon down. I think she got one takedown. Manon was able to actually take Shevchenko down, I think 2 or 3 times. Manon did look strong, to be fair. I just think, in terms of the fight IQ, I think she was a few steps behind Shevchenko, and it just shows why Shevchenko has been at the top for as long as she has been. Even though, like I said, I wasn't impressed with the performance. Listen, we got to give it to her. She came in there with a game plan. She knew what she had to do to get the win, and she got it. So I can't knock her. You know, what's next? Maybe make the Zhang Weili versus Shevchenko fight. That's probably a fight that makes sense, you know. But yeah, that fight, yeah, nothing special, quite boring in my opinion. But we move on to the main event, which was Belal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena. And guys, Belal, you're a fool. I'm gonna be honest. One, now we don't get Ilya and Islam straight away. We gotta wait because of you. Yeah, because of you, Bilal. Yeah, the fate of the biggest fight in, which is the last biggest. When was Khabib and Conor? 2018. So we potentially had the fate of the biggest fight in the last, let's say, decade. Was in the fate of was in the hands of Bilal Muhammad. And what did he do? What did he do, guys? He messed it up for us. He messed it up. The fucking cuck messed it up for us. So we will not be getting Islam versus Ilya until maybe end of the year or next year. But I just know it's not happening anytime soon because Bilal fumbled the bag and now Islam is going to be moving up. By the way, look out for my video that will be dropping in the next couple of days talking about Islam moving up and the Ilya versus Oliveira, the little matchups we got. But let's talk about Bilal versus Jack Della Maddalena. Jack did very well. Listen, that was the second time that I watched Jack Della Maddalena live. First against Burns, and this was the second time. And I'm going to be honest. Jack Della Maddalena's striking is fucking clean. I love it. His boxing is very good. I would still edge Why for that, yeah. I would still lean more towards someone like Ilya in terms of overall striking. And I feel like Ilya's boxing is slightly a bit better, but Jack's boxing is up there, guys. Head movement's good. The way he blocks shots. The way he throws his punches. He's got good leg kicks, good knees. He had a very good game plan. I believe Bilal was only able to take him down 2 or 3 times out of 7, which is quite good. And he couldn't keep him there. Listen, Jack's going to be a problem for that welterweight division, man. He's long, rangy, got good striking, got a good overall game. I feel like the mistake Bilal made... The thing is, every time Bilal would back up Jack, he would let Bilal back him up for a second. Then he would regain center of the octagon. So it was a good battle of footwork and space awareness. And I think Jack dealt with that very well. I think Bilal was a bit... But this is my thing. Bilal, you are known for being in people's faces, getting takedowns, letting your opponent get back up, being in their face, landing shots, taking them down in the midst of all that chaos. But you did not fight your fight. You tried to go out there and prove to everybody that you had Canelo hands. Now look at you, you're there. Look at you. You have a split lip. You have a cut under your eye. Your nose is broken. All because you wanted to prove you had Canelo hands. Or Denier. Idiots. Canelo where? You should have just stuck to your game plan. And this is my point with some of these guys, man. Instead of going out there trying to prove a point, yeah, do what you do best. You've played into Jack Della Maddalena's game plan. And obviously, listen, we can say Bilal had an off night, Bilal fell into his game plan, but listen, you can't take anything away from Jack's performance. It was a beautiful, beautiful performance. And if I'm completely honest, I do think he will give Islam a bit of trouble. I know some people say, no, Islam's going to wipe the floor with him. I do not think it's going to be as easy as people think. But yeah, Bilal got dominated for 5 rounds. I feel like in the 5th, if Jack had stepped on the gas a little bit, he could have actually finished Bilal, because Bilal looked a bit... Listen, Jack let him off. That's all I'm saying, guys. Jack didn't step on the gas, innit? And I don't think he really needed to. He proved the point. He beat up Bilal and got the belt and goes home. Do you know what I mean? He saved the UFC from that fucking boring champion. The only thing is, I would have liked... Listen, I wanted Jack to win, and I'm happy he won. But part of me is like... Now we don't get the Islam versus Ilya super fight. But it is what it is. This is the fight business for you. Shit happens. What am I going to rate the card out of 10? I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Obviously we got Burns versus Morales coming up next week. Look out for my predictions for that fight. I hope you guys did enjoy UFC 315. Leave your comments below. Comment below what you thought of the event. Comment your favorite fight of the night. Yeah, man. And you know what? That's another thing. My fight of the night is probably Jack and um, Bilal versus Jack Madalena. Very good fight. I enjoyed that. So yeah, but it's Big Yams, man. In a bit, man.